Hi y'all. You know, if I did a video more often than 2 a year, I would be a little bit better at it, but you know, whatever. Hi. It's been 6 months and I have a lot to show you. So let's get into it. Okay. So I have not stitched anything. I've kind of stopped stitching the last couple of months because I'm working on some other big projects. So non-stitching, non-cross stitch projects, I'll say. So I've kind of been focusing on that the last 2 months, I guess. Yeah, 2 months since about July. But from my previous video to July, I did stitch like constantly, and I got a bunch of stuff done, and I guess I just felt good about where I was stitching wise, so I just kind of like so I haven't been stitching, but I have a lot to show you. So I'm just gonna dive right in. I got a big stack. I'm gonna start with finishes, and this has been shown on my channel a bunch, and I finally got my son's birth date put in there, and I tore this out and re-stitched it in a darker color so it'd show up, and stitched it as his name. It's supposed to say Lucky or Luck, and his name is Luke or Lucas, so it was easy enough to change. So this is officially done and ready for a frame, which is awesome because my son, who I stitched this for, everything's falling, is 2.5. So 2.5 years, and I think I started this when I was pregnant with him, or when he was an itsy bitsy baby. So here we go. Done. Super cute. I love it. And it's done. So hooray. Alright. Next up, I finally, and I'll put up a picture of where I showed this in my last video, and it's finally done. And I've talked about this, and it was just a project I wanted to get done enough for me to be able to frame it and be done with it. And this is Country Cottage Needleworks Up and Away. I'm trying to go fast, and I don't know why. I have all the time in the world. So let's slow down. I do sound a little sick because I'm getting over a sinus infection. We went on vacation. Yep. Okay. I thought that was going to be a problem. Okay. We went on... Hold on. Okay. Let's try again. I'm getting over a sinus infection, so I sound weird and my voice is struggling. But... okay. Where was I? Alright. Here's this. Okay. So I finally finished this project that I was just struggling with. I kind of adapted it to just get it done, and it's done. I feel good about it. It's done enough for me. I think it turned out really cute, and it's done. It looks good. I'm good with this. So I'm gonna put this in a frame, and it's done. Done. Next, okay, so this is something I started and finished kind of the week of March leading up to my son's birthday party, because I did a circus theme for his 2nd birthday, and I was going to stitch all 4 of these little things and use them as decoration, but I stitched 1 and that was it. But it's still really cute, and they're really small, and I can't, okay, here it is. So this is in this book here. It's actually on the cover, and it's these little 4 cutie patooties. This is on 20 count Ada, and I just did the little ringmaster guy, and I changed his colors from the purple to the blue. And I think he just turned out so cute. Cute. I still need to do the back stitching, but the, you know, moment has passed. So he's just kind of there. He's done though. All right, next. This is something else I started for my son to put in his room, and that's where I'm filming right now, is his room. And wouldn't it look good on the wall? This is this little thing. Cute, right? So these are the Lori Holt, whatever they're called, stitch cards. Be in My Bonnet, are they all called that? Yeah, I guess so. The little series cards, you know, you get 4 of them. Excuse me. And I stitched all 4 together on one, and this is 10 count, I think, because I wanted it big. And I kind of adapted the colors a little bit, you know, just a little, changed them up a little bit. Which one did I change? A bunch. I don't know, I just kind of picked my own colors, and which one did I change a bunch? And I actually accidentally, let me show you the train one. I accidentally stitched this one wrong, because I took this camping. We went camping back in July, went to Myrtle Beach, and I took this and worked on it, and I got carried away and just stitched the whole thing instead of doing the window. And so I just kind of did some back stitching to do the window. And so because I did that one that way, when it came to the car, I did the same thing but on purpose, so they would kind of match a little bit better. So there's that. There's what I did, like a little outline. Did I finish that? Yeah, a little outline. Gosh, it's hard to, hello, do this smarter. Okay, there we go. Okay, that turned out really cute, and this actually took me a while to stitch. I don't know why. It's humongous. I don't know, it just took me a while, but it's done. So it just needs to be framed and put up in this room. And then this one will probably also be framed and put in this room, because my son loves flags, Americana stuff, patriotic. He loves stars, all of that kind of thing. And so I actually started and finished this on the Myrtle Beach trip. I can't believe it. But it's this one. And I took it because it's so patriotic, you know, and it was July. So that's probably why I was so, I don't know, it's just like the perfect project to take. It's not humongous, and it just fit in with the surroundings. Primrose Cottage Stitches, Summer House. I've had this in my stash for a long time, and here it is. And this is stitched on some kind of linen. I'm sure it's 28 count. Like teacup, dirty teacup by Linen and Flax. Is that what they're called? I feel like I'm getting that wrong. I'll put it down at the bottom if it's not correct, but here it is, all finished. So cute. I changed the greens, and I changed I did variegated for the house and the roof, but not the variegated that it calls for, because I went to a cross-stitch store in Myrtle Beach. Very nice store. I guess they're brand new, but it was just a very nice store. Actually, I'll show you what I bought from there too, because it's the only thing I've bought in months and months. And let's see, it calls for Louisiana hot sauce, which I used. I used the red on the roof. Okay. It's the blue of the house. It calls for Tyler Boy Blue of Classic Colorworks of the house, and I really wanted that, but when I looked at it in the store, I didn't love it, so I picked something else. Do I know what I picked? No, I don't. It's not very helpful, is it? I'm so sorry. I'll put it down below. I'll put it on the bottom of the screen if you're just super interested or whatever. But there it is. And I think I darkened up the clouds a little bit and the sun and that kind of thing. I just switched a little bit just to give it something. I don't love the variegation, how I stitched it. You can tell that how I stitch up and down like that in the roof, but it's fine. It's cute and it's finished, and it was really encouraging and motivating to start and finish something in a week on vacation with a toddler, and it was fun. Let's see. Is that all the finishes? I think so. Okay. Let me go ahead and show you, since I mentioned them, what I bought at that store in Myrtle Beach called Barefoot Needle Art. Okay. All right, my son I'm in his room and he is in the living room watching a movie, and I heard weird things going on. So, oh, summer sky. Okay, here's what I bought. I spent 40 bucks. It's Barefoot Needle Art. And it's just a lovely store. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And let's see here. Day at the Seashore. Has a crow, it has beach stuff, and a flag. By the Bay, Needle Art, Gigi at the Seashore. Little red-headed girl in a vintage swimsuit at the beach. Love that. Waxing Moon Designs. I love their stuff. Summer Stack. So cute. Little sunshine. Umbrella basket. My son would really like this one too. I should stitch that for his room too. He'd like that. And then this is just like a random one. It was in the little clearance section, but I just thought it was cute. Cricket Collection aprons. I guess that's what's called. Apron strings. Oh, it has like little teacup pincushion things in it too. So I just like the colors and just the style of that in general. That'd be cute in the kitchen. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, so that's haul. That's all I bought. And that's all I've bought cross stitch wise in a couple months, because like I mentioned, my focus has been on other projects. So alright, next are my whips since my last video. So I went through my last video to see what I worked on, because I couldn't remember, because it was back in January, February. And let's see, I'll just pull something out. Not that, put nothing in that. This one. I worked on this a little bit, and I'll show you the previous. And then this is what I have. I just kind of filled in right here. This is really fun to work on. I really like the colors of it. And it does work in Pattern Keeper. And it was a free pattern, so I really need to work on that. I actually messed up this little block here, but I don't really care. I'm just kind of winging it, and it's not a real big deal. So, so there's that one. monthly mushrooms. This is where it was last time, and I have finished the February and started on the March, and that's where I've stopped. And I was doing really good keeping up with this, and then I just kind of fell out of love with it. I guess I was kind of expecting the mushrooms. This is why I did it on, I was going to do them all. I mean, I am going to do them all on one. But I was kind of expecting them to be a little more uniform, I guess. But they're all very cute. So I'm just overthinking it, you know, being overcritical, because that's my thing. So, but I do love this. I need to get back to it and get caught up. Here's the project that I need to get done by the end of the year. I want to get this done by the end of the year. I don't want to carry it on into another year. My bangs need to be trimmed. They're driving me nuts. Okay. This is, the paper's not in here. It's in there because that's where I work on it. Oh, here's the little thing. We've all seen this. Here it is. Last time I worked on it. It's the Fireside Original Desert Sunset. I call it the Arizona Sunset, but it's Desert Sunset. So cute. I finally gotten a really good groove of working on this, and I've done a lot on it. So, okay, so the halfway point is about like where this darker bush is, and the cactus coming up out of it. That's about the halfway point. So I'm a good bit past the halfway point. So I'm really excited to see that looking. It looks really good. I'm like looking at it and I'm like, wow, that looks really good. Especially from like, you know, about this far. Man, that looks good. Stitches look really nice. You know, I'm slower stitching in a hoop when I use a hoop, but my stitches are so much nicer when I use a hoop than stitching in hand. So I kind of flip-flop back and forth just based on how particular I want to be for that project. All right, so I guess the last cross-stitch whip I have to show, and this was just a random start. It's Christmas, and I don't know what possessed me to start it, but I did back in like April or May. There's some noises outside. I don't really know what it is. No wonder my son didn't nap very long. It's kind of annoying. Where is it? Okay, here it is. I just randomly started him. I've had him all kitted up, ready to go for months and months. And here he is. He's a tree topper. He's from this book. I love this book. I love all of these kind of books. I have 2 or 3 of them. And I always look for them at thrift stores and stuff. I love them. But here he is. And I actually have pretty much the very same kind of fabric that they used, which is funny because this is from, you know, 1980? Nope, 1997. 97. So I'll be way off. Okay. I should show you what I've done, shouldn't I? Instead of like gawking at my stuff. Okay. God, my voice sounds terrible. Okay, so worked on his hat. That was super fun and super fast to do because I'm using variegated. So I'm changing a lot of the threads, updating them because, you know, 97, there was lots of blending and lots of color changes and stuff. Because, I don't know, did we have over-dyed threads in 97? They just weren't commonly used yet? Or did we not have over-dyed stuff? I don't know. Who knows? Do you know? Okay. So I got his hat started and the little brim of his hat. And then I started working on his beard and his shoulder. So I think he looks so cute. And these will be done in a metallic thread, chronic. So I'm excited and terrified to use that. But it will be so cute when he's all done. And I'm gonna finish him like a tree topper, but I don't. Our tree is 7.5 foot and our ceiling is 8 foot. So we have 6 inches of room on top of our tree. So I usually just make a bow as a topper. So I don't know if I'll be able to use some actual tree topper, but you know, way ahead of myself, way ahead. Okay, I think that's about it cross stitch wise. So like I said, I haven't, sorry, I gotta fix my bangs, they're driving me nuts. I didn't feel like trimming them today. I'm so rusty on these videos, and it's my own fault because I do one, every 6 months. So of course I'm going to be rusty and not be very good. So I hope you can understand me. I know I'm sick sounding and it sounds ridiculous, but I was really just in the mood to share with y'all what I've done, especially since I'm about to be doing a huge craft room overhaul. So I'm going to be going through my entire craft room because I have started a new hobby and I need to make room for it. So that means I need to go through everything in my craft room, which is ridiculous, you wouldn't believe. So I won't be, heck, I'll probably pull one of these up and stitch on it tonight, but yeah, that's it cross stitch wise. Thank you if you stayed this far. If you have not, then I understand. But I do have, when did I start this? Oh, so we just got back from a 10-day Alaska cruise. So it was me, my husband, our son, and my dad. And it's been a long time coming. And so we finally got to go on it. And so we flew from Tennessee, which is where we live, to San Francisco. I hate flying, so that was the toughest part for me. I hate the whole process of flying. The airport, I hate the plane taking off, the feeling of that. I hated it. But it's a necessary evil if you're gonna, travel. So, a lot of times. But we flew to San Francisco, stayed the night in San Francisco, did sightseeing, Alcatraz, Golden Gate Bridge, and the trolley cars or whatever. I call them trolley cars because we watch a lot of Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood. And had a blast. And then that Monday morning we got on the cruise ship and did a 10-day cruise. We've cruised, all of us have cruised, well, my son hasn't. That was my son's first cruise and first plane ride. So it was a big deal. It was a big trip, and it was great. We got on each other's nerves, but of course you're going to. We were all in one cabin together, so all 4 of us. But it was a great trip, and the weather was perfect, and we still overpacked, and my son loved it. And I loved it, and it was an actual vacation for me, which cruising is probably the only way a mother can get an actual vacation where she doesn't have to cook and clean and do laundry. Actually, I did have to do laundry, but it wasn't that big of a deal. And it was great. So unfortunately, when we got back, my son had like a little stomach bug. So cleaning up throw up in the middle of the night is always super fun. And then a couple days after that, I got a sinus infection. And I'm still battling it. And then my husband got a little bit of a cold. And he got over it pretty quick. And then my son, the last couple of days, caught a little bit of a cold, but got over it quick. So, and yeah, it was crazy. It was super fun. So, on the cruise, I debated on what to take to work on. I was going to take lots of cross-stitching, one cross-stitch project, nothing, I didn't know. So, I decided to take a knitting project. And so I started and worked on a knitting project. And this is a Barocco, I guess that's how you say this yarn. It's DK cotton. I've had it forever. It's just a pretty pink color. And I've already got I haven't knit anything in many, many years. Lots of years, and I just dropped a bunch of stitches off. Hold on a second. Let me get these back on here. I can't even. Okay. I haven't knit anything in many years, and I just was like, you know what? It'd probably be pretty easiest thing to pick up when we're like waiting in line, or got a little bit of downtime. It's easiest craft to pick up probably. So, but it's just a really pretty pink, and this is the front of the top. It's a little, I should probably show you what it is, huh? It was just something fun to work on. What is this? Little short sleeve or cap sleeve, I guess, on top, and you do the front and the back the same, and then seam them together. Super easy. And I'm working on the body right here. You start at the bottom, work your way up, and I even did a gauge swatch, which I haven't done in many years because I was kind of nervous. And it was just something fun to work on. A couple more pictures of it. And one day, I'll finish something like this and actually wear it. But for now, it's just kind of easy, something cutesy to work on. See if I can keep all the stitches on here now. And that's it. That's been my life. We went to Myrtle Beach back in July, and that was a great trip. My son loved the beach. He loved the ocean, loved it. He took right to it, which was, we didn't know how that was going to go because I was not raised up around water, and my mother was terrified, and my dad doesn't really like the beach and sand and stuff. So I wasn't raised on that kind of thing, where my husband was, and his parents were. So he comes from a long line of that, and I come from a long line of camping, being out in the woods and stuff, kind of trips or road trips. So we didn't know how our son would take to it, and he loved it. So, yeah, but it was a great trip. My in-laws went, and weather was perfect, and we camped at the Myrtle Beach State Park, and that was a great campground. And then, like I said, we went on the Alaska cruise last week. We got back, I don't even know what today is, last Friday, a week ago Friday. And that's all the trips we have planned for the rest of the year. Yeah, so thank you for joining me. Hopefully this wasn't too painful for you to watch, and I will see you next time, whenever that will may be. Bye.